Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is your daily tarot for Tuesday, the 2nd of October 2018. Hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful afternoon here in the south of England. Very, very nice. Just going to give one last shuffle. Thanks for all the comments and likes and views and all that. It's really, really nice. Very encouraging. Thank you so much. One last shuffle. And one last cut. Okay, three card. Major Arcana reading. Forgot to say this. Then one from the Wands. I'll shuffle again. Sorry, one from the Swords, one from the Wands, one from the Pentacles, and one from the Cups. And then one from the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. Okay, here we go. There. Right. Okay, we get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and the Star in reverse. Okay. My mind's gone blank. Not very good, is it? My mind's gone blank. God, I can't see much cheerfulness in this, to tell you the truth. I mean, card number 3 here is just saying, just let go, let go of hope in something. Card number 2 is about sort of uncomfortable revelation, and this is acting as the block or the drain or the underbelly or the shadow side of the reading. Card number 1 here, I would say, well, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I would say is to do with a generalized feeling of things kind of really just mysteriously not going your way, or perhaps the sense of something that you've been working on for a long time. The wheel is just like stopping. It's just stopping, it's slowing, it's just not happening. Wow, it really just does look like something's coming to an end. And the block or drain here, Moon in reverse, what this is telling me is that if there is something coming to an end, for whatever reason something is coming to an end, there's not a lot to be gained from picking over the stuff that's kind of falling out of this situation. You know, when something comes to an end, there is always some sort of new information about it. There just is. You know, for example, if someone dies, you know, and you kind of, you have to go through their stuff. Like if a family member dies, and you have to go through their stuff, and you find things, and like it was just like casts a different light on the person. You know, things perhaps you didn't know, and that's what this card is about. The Moon in reverse is about stuff kind of tumbling out, stuff that's been invisible and beyond your ken, perhaps buried, perhaps kind of made to look like something else, and it all comes tumbling out. But this is acting here. Sorry, it was a bit morbid, that, but it really was the first the first example that came to my mind. And I have been through that. I've been through that situation, and it, you know, fair enough, it marked me. So that's the first thing that's going to come out. Anyway, what this is saying to me is, like, don't sweat all that. don't sweat all that. You know, if you've come to a point where something is ending, there is not a whole lot to be gained from going, oh my God, and yeah, and it turns out that and oh, suddenly I see it, I mean, you know, didn't know this, didn't know that, and there's no need to back it up. Okay, this I think is backing it up. It's over egging the "it's over" pudding. I don't know if you have that phrase where you're listening, where you are, to over egg the pudding. It's just when you like laying it on a little bit thick. That's what this is for me about this. The key to power here, sorry, that's what the moon in reverse, that's how it's clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The key to power here, card number 3, is the Star in reverse. Quietly let this go, but do it quietly. You know, let the emotion, the emotional content of this drain away quietly. You know, when water's spilled, you know, it can, if on one good result sometimes of water being spilled is that it can soak into the earth and maybe help some new seeds, some random new seeds grow at some point. But just let this go quietly, whatever it is. Don't pick over it, and certainly don't go hoiking stuff out. Clearly, there is no need to justify the decision to view whatever this ending. And I do see it. It's not so much an ending, it's more like something just stopping moving forward. It's not a death, it's not a tower, and it's not the world, which would be a fucking great ending. It's not that, it's just the Wheel of Fortune. It's just, I get the feeling that something's been being tried and tried and tried, and the effort to keep this moving, whatever it is, has just got too great, and it's just like, no, basta così. Let's just leave this. Let's just leave it. And you know, this, as I say, this moon in reverse would be kind of hiking up, digging up, and pulling out reasons and justifications. It's not necessary. Key to power. Let this go quietly. Sorry, guys, it's really not very cheerful, but that's what I'm getting from it. Okay, one from the Swords. Okay, how interesting, the Queen of Swords. What this is telling me in the context of this read is that there is so much that can be said, and so little at this point that need be said. I mean, let's have a look at her. The camera's probably going to go out of focus. She's not saying anything to make her meaning absolutely clear. Her meaning is clear. She's looking whoever it is she's summoning straight in the eye, holding that sword, and beckoning them to her. It doesn't need to be said, however clear your thinking might be. Not today. It's not a day for it. Okay, Page of Wands. There is something new to come, but it's going to take a while to see it. Whatever it is, it's going to take a while for the mists here in the moon to clear, and for this night in the star to come to an end. There is something new to come in, but it's not the Ace of Wands. It's not, you know, it's a kind of somewhat equivocal, somewhat hesitant newness, but it is nonetheless new. But it's not charging in, and it's not really evident, but it is there. Okay, one from the Pentacles. Yeah, again, more quiet kind of coalescing of forces here. I mean, he might talk to the plant, but it's not the talking, it's not the activity. I mean, I'm sure he has Seven of Pentacles here. I'm sure he has done some work, you know, some weeding and perhaps some thinning out and all of this kind of stuff to help this grow. But you know, it's the sun and the rain and the earth. Thanks, Mum. Thank you. My partner's just brought me a cup of tea. It's the sun, the rain, and the earth that has made this plant grow. I think whatever this is, that it looks like it's coming to an end, it's not coming to an end in some sort of disaster or even necessarily in the form of a loss. I think something has been outgrown here. Oh, something's been outgrown, but there is, it doesn't need to be discussed today. There is something new to come, but it's not time to like grab it yet. And this situation, whatever it is, has been developing for quite some time. Okay, and one from the Cups. All right, Seven of Cups. So, you know, oh, sorry, I'm feeling, almost feeling a little bit emotional actually. A bit teary. It's a day for in-betweens. It's not, it's day for, it's like the point between the end of the exhalation and the start of the inhalation. And I was going to say, and the point between the end of the inhalation and the start of the exhalation, but no, it's the empty point. It's the empty point. And it's a day when you really, really might not be sure which way to go next. Seven of Cups. And you might not be sure what's actually in play and what your options are. But you do have options, but they're not manifested yet here in the Page of Wands and in the Seven of Pentacles. And it might be a little bit kind of disorienting, a little bit of a wobbly ride. But it's a day just to be quiet and let the energy kind of seep quietly out of it. It's like the difference between letting a balloon just kind of lose the air inside it slowly, undisturbed. It's a difference between that and going along with a pin and popping it. And that, I think, would be the moon in reverse here, hoiking a load of stuff out. If something's coming to an end, or if there is some sort of change, which don't look too happy, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, as you know. If something's coming to an end, just let it go quietly. And newness will come. It always does. Yeah, until the end of our lives, of course. And who knows after that. And in that spirit, I'm going to pull one from the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. Okay, I do think it's that one. Oh man. Here we go again. Let your world spin on its axis. Here we go again. Now, there's a neutrality to this. I mean, we always see the earth with what we call the North Pole and the South Pole, with the Northern Hemisphere at the top and the Southern Hemisphere at the bottom. But that's simply how we see it. There is no right or wrong way up. We just happen to always see it like that. And perhaps if global history had gone another way, maybe we would see it the other way. Who knows? I mean, clearly the poles at the North and the South Pole, well, at the two poles, are kind of concentrations of magnetic energy. But, you know, they didn't come down to us marked as North and South. All right? It's a matter of perception, which way up things are. So there's a neutrality to that. And this neutrality, I think, is reflected in the face of Kuan Yin here. She's not smiling. She's not kind of grimacing in fear either. It's a steady, neutral gaze. That's what we're getting here today. And do you know, I'm going to pull one more. I'm going to pull one more. Am I going to pull one more? Let's see. I'm going to spread the oracle again and see if I feel like pulling one more. Because it's like something's really happening here, but it's very quiet, and it's presenting in a very understated way. And that's not always easy to engage with. Okay, no, there's another one. All right. Okay. Blessing to begin. It's quiet. It's a quiet blessing, and it's a quiet beginning. But it's a beginning that is blessed, and that's what I'm seeing here in the Page of Wands. There's a new phase opening up, but it's opening up quietly. There's no fanfare here. But there is a whole new phase opening up. And, you know, sometimes births happen very, very quietly. And I mean, the best analogy I can come up with off the top of my head is that for the new life that comes when the egg and the sperm meet, and that takes place, and the DNA of both of egg and sperm start to unravel from each other and start to twist around each other in a whole new way. That process is absolutely invisible, absolutely inaudible, and absolutely undetectable. And that's what I'm getting from this. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I'll see you again for another reading soon. Cheers, bye-bye.